put in a million. Uh, Hi, everyone. It's Lori. Duh. How? Hi, Laura. Hi, Angela. Hi, Alfie. Hi, Andrea. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Skmace. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Susan Boise. You know I'm gonna like start talking, and Storm Dancer, Sinsta, Cecilia. You know I'm gonna start talking, and people are gonna be coming in saying, "Did you get a job? Oh my God." Hi, Flo. Hi, James. Yeah, James, you like Fanel? Kathy, yes, thank goodness. Peggy Sue. Lydia. Hi, Vince. I'm going to talk to you guys privately. Ava. Jessa. I have a new faux little doodad in my hair. Charlotte. Hi, Charlotte. Hi, 7363. Thank you, Flo. Flo Rida. So, okay. Um, I'm a little bit like not shocked, but it hasn't quite sunken in. And as it's sinking in, that I got offered a job and I accepted it, um, I'm getting more and more happy. So, remember the last live that I was on? Remember, I got a phone call and it was the job that I ended up getting. And somebody on here had said, wouldn't it be amazing if she got that job? And I did. So, you guys saw the phone call that I got asking me to come in for an interview. So I went in for the interview yesterday. Um, and okay, so I mean, there's some cons to the job, but of course, I'm going to only look at the pros because there's cons to everything. So the biggest con is that it's a lot of hours. It's 45 hours a week. So there's mandatory overtime, an hour, but I get paid time and a half for that hour. So the hours were going to be 7 to 5. And I was like, oh my God, how am I going to get up at 7? They were like, well, you could do 8 to 6. And I'd rather do 8 to 6. But it's flexible. So it's a small office. It's a collision company, like automotive repair company for accidents. So it's not a corporate atmosphere, but it's not like, like a little automotive repair place where, they have the desk and you stand behind the desk like that and you hear, just scared Gucci. It feels more like if you go into a AAA, that type of atmosphere, but it's small. So you walk in and it's very, very nice. And they have coffee. It feels more like a car dealership, except you don't see any cars from where I'd be sitting. All of the auto repair is done in back. And I am the office administrator. Yeah, okay, I'll tell you in a second, Flo. So it's not casual. You have to wear a uniform, and that was one of the other cons. But the uniform is I can wear any like nice black pants. I could even wear like a nice yoga pant or a capri. And then they have company shirts, different kinds. So there's a button-down sweater, and they have the name. And then they come in all different colors: pink, purple, blue, red, green. I can get like a woman's shirt that has like a few buttons. I can get a polo shirt, and I can get the V-neck sweater. So it's just black pants, and I have to wear this uniform. And so that kind of bummed me out at first, because I was like, oh, I have all these nice clothes, but honestly, I really don't have nice clothes. I have a few nice things. Thank you, Allison. I have a few nice things, and you know how it is. If you get up early in the morning and you have to think about what to wear, and your white shirt has like a stain, or, I don't know. I wear black anyways. So big fucking deal, right? Like, I don't have I don't have to think about what to wear. I just put on one of the shirts that they give me, and the sweater is a really nice V-neck button-down black sweater with the logo, and I could wear like a white tank under it. I could wear a black tank dress and then wear the sweater over it. And I can do my hair, I can do my nails, I can do my makeup, my eyes, but it's a casual office, so that, let's say I did want to wear my hair like this, and I do want my nose piercing. It's not stuffy, it's not corporate. And, okay, so here are the good things. It's 6 miles down the road. So, when I was looking at things that were, thank you, when I was looking at things that were far away, it would be an hour to get home. That's true, KK. And I wasn't thinking about that part daily. I was like driving. Hi, Denise. Thank you. Oh, yeah, I'm waiting for you to write me about Scentsy. So it's 6 miles down the road. So that's convenient. Like, I could literally come home for lunch. Thank you. I will be answering phones, but it's an office administrator job. So there are other people like that would answer the phone if I'm not there. Thank you, Lori. But I'll be doing accounts receivable, accounts payable, the payroll for the employees at that particular shop. A lot of coordinating. It is a big job, but the phones aren't crazy. And the people that also I'll be dealing with the people that have been in, obviously in an accident, and they come in and they were saying, and it is in a nice upscale area. So the people that come, and it's one of the providers for like State Farm and AAA and all the top automobile insurance companies. So it's on that list. It's a big corporation. They have 600 shops all over the country. But this shop has about 15 employees, and it's like, it's nice. Like, there's a flat screen TV in the waiting room. That she does life insurance. I don't think she does car insurance, but maybe. And they have like a popcorn machine, so that if you're waiting for your car, you can get popcorn. And they have coffee, the Keurig, the coffee. The desk is nice and big, and the chair is comfortable, and 2 monitors. And they don't have a Scentsy. They have like it looked like a candle. So we're gonna get them hooked up with that, of course. And then the manager is really nice. Oh, thank you, Judy. Yeah, I'm gonna Sensify it. There's only one other girl that works there. She's younger than me, but that's okay. I get along well with young people. But I'll be dealing with like customers. So, they'll call on the phone. I'll make a schedule for them. I'm not one of the service people that gives them estimates and things like that. But, if they have to pay at the end, after their repairs are done. I'll do the credit card machine and all that, but there's a lot. It's a busy job, and I want to be busy. Like, my biggest concern is that I'm going to sit there from 8 to 6 with nothing to do, and at that point just wish, thank you, Lychee Nut, just wish I was home. Like, that kind of happened at that event that I worked at temporarily. You know, I was at the Monarch, and thank you, Joe, and they hired so many people for that event, and we just sat, and I was getting $14 an hour, twiddling my thumbs, and I would rather have been home, like, but you know, so the next day I was supposed to be in from 8 to 12, and I woke up at 3 in the morning. I will be able to juggle, Sensi. In fact, I think it'll be better because this job pays my bills, and everything else will be fluff. They offer amazing benefits, but they don't pay for them. So, oh, thank you, Julie Tooley. So, like, when I had said on the phone, I said, you know, are there benefits? And she's like, yes, we have great benefits, but the company doesn't pay anything towards the benefits. And I don't know how many companies do anymore. I mean, look, I'm not going to get everything I want. I'm not going to get 11 miles from home. I mean, 6 miles from home. It took me 11 minutes to get there. 6 miles from home. I'm not going to make the hourly wage that I want, plus be able to dress however I want, plus get full benefits, right? Like, that's just not, you know, working 9 to 5. It's just not going to happen. And what even substantiated that for me is, you know, I got the job offer this morning, and they offered it to me with it's an hourly job, so it's not salary, so I get overtime, time and a half actually. So they offered it to me at a certain rate, and I went in and I asked him if I could come in and take a look around and talk to the people, and he said yes. And then I negotiated a different rate, and they accepted that. So it's, you know, it's not as much as I would like to make. It's not as much as the job that I went that was in Newport Beach, that I was like, I wanted it so bad. I wanted it so bad. It would be perfect for me. Gorgeous office. This was gorgeous offices. I would have been a receptionist working for a consulting firm, making $2.50 more than what I'm making at this job, and I would have been working 40 hours. But I wasn't taking into the consideration that that was a 30-minute or more drive. Thank you, Wandering Ivy. And, you know, like the things that they offered, like Bagel Tuesdays, it all sounds really good. But the fact is, I don't want to eat bagels, like, you know, and casual Fridays, like, I start October 1st. Oh, that's cool, at a vape shop. I'm glowing. I'm starting to like it. Like, when I got offered, I told Burke, and of course he shit all over it, like just took a major dump. Because he also was like, how much is it? And I said, I'm not telling you, like, I'm the mother, I'm not telling you how much I make, but because he wants me to work in like a high office building, being like some big thing. And honestly, I've done that. I don't want to do that anymore. I want like a fulfilling job. There's lots of room for growth. The manager there sees me promoting to the office manager. The manager there sees me promoting, thank you, Maisie Daisy, to be an office manager with a little higher pay, like, soon. because the role is basically managing the whole office, like supplies and all of that. I am the face of the company. And they have like trips that you can win if you get these coins. Like they just give little incentives, the company as a whole. So the health benefits they have offer a group rate for either you can pick Kaiser Permanente or you can pick Blue Cross Blue Shield. They have medical, so medical, dental. No, I wouldn't have to relocate. I would just get a title change and a salary bump and have that title. Thank you, Flo. Um, and so medical, dental, but I'm gonna have to pay for it. But like the girl was telling me, I think she pays $7 a week for full dental, and then she has Kaiser, and it's maybe $20 a week, and then there's a deductible. But so I don't know. I honestly I don't know. I can't. I can't. I won't be able to get everything. So I really like Kaiser though, honestly, because I've had Kaiser before. I like one-stop shopping, but Blue Cross, I do have that as a supplemental right now, a supplemental insurance, and maybe that would enable me to go to my same. Yeah, so you have to know my same doctor. I like one stop, and there is a Kaiser right down the road. Um, so so Burke was like, "Nope, don't take it. You're gonna be sorry. You're going to want to kill yourself after 1 week of working. Those are just crazy hours. I mean, it's long hours, 8 to 6, and I feel bad for the animals. But I got to do what I got to do, and okay, Ob's daughter. I think so. What my medical? Yeah, the U.S. is different. I mean, it's different. That's so true, Sherry. People, I've asked like James, and I asked my physical therapist Michelle, how many hours do you work? And she was like 60. After okay, so the benefits start on day one. You start accruing vacation on day one. So after the first year, you have 1 week of vacation, and after 2 years you have two, and after 10 years you have 3 weeks of vacation. But honestly, I don't even really like. I feel like I'm on vacation, and not because I'm not working. I just feel like the weather and everything and the lifestyle here is vacation, so I'm not even concerned about that. Like, I don't want to go on a cruise anytime soon. I don't want to travel anywhere. And another great thing, you get paid every week. That's amazing. Like, who does that? Paid every week. And so it's mostly men. Love that. And customers love that. It's just not in an office building. That's how I feel, Denise, that I am living on vacation. Thank you, honeybee, Helen. So Burke is like, nope, don't take it. But then today, before I actually accepted it and negotiated the higher pay, I got several emails from applications I sent out saying, that's true, scrap. Yes, not a lot of women saying, thank you for your interest in our company and sending your resume, but we've moved on to the next thing. I missed that one about a few miles from home, but I really do think that is important. So let's say you're making more money, but the commute is horrendous. That's the reality. Hi, Melissa. Yes, I will make it my own. You know, that's the reality of driving. Exactly, Sinsta. So, like that hour of I'll be making time and a half for that. There's no such thing as a perfect job either, right, Sherry? Gas, wear and tear on the car, sitting in traffic. And gas, I mean, gas here is almost $4 a gallon, you know? Um, and what another thing that I really liked was I didn't have to go through all the bullshit. There wasn't any, it was like I sent my resume, they called, I interviewed with two people at the same time. The very next day I got offered the job. There was none of this take this assessment test that they send. These companies have this same use the same assessment test to the point that I know all of the answers without even reading them again. Like, which conference room would you put Jack and Mary in? And there were, you know, right, I'm deciding. Yes, I could go home for lunch. Yes. Um, and then I'm still going to do Sensi. I know. I mean, it is a big company, so they are, you know, there is somewhat of a standard that you have to go by, but you know, I've worked in a big office and I've been a little person among, I get off Saturdays and Sundays. So Monday through Friday, 8 to 6. I mean, but everyone I've spoken to, like, who really, you know, I don't have a husband to come home to, and I raised my child and was home for him for his whole life. Where's the problem? It's just been a long time since I've had to be somewhere at 8 in the morning. And so I'm just nervous. It's just a big change for me right now. I know, yeah. But, and Burke, even if he comes home, he's not gonna. But you know what I did when I left today? I will get used to it. And I said to the guy, you know, it's going to take me a little while to get used to it. I'll answer that in a second, CJ. And he's like, you know, if you said to me, John, I'd rather work, you know, come in at 7, leave at 5, or I want to take half an hour for lunch and leave at this time. Like, I think he's flexible. And it's not like I'm standing. I will be sitting and standing. It's not just sitting, it's like standing as well. And I'm just running the whole office area, you know. An hour for lunch. The mall is nearby. Um, but, you know, they have like a room that you can sit and eat, or you can, like the girl was telling me, she just goes and sits in her car, which I don't understand why you would do that. But it's in an industrial kind of area. She said the day goes by quickly because I spoke to her because she had the position. I think so too, Stay Gold. They provide the shirts, 5 of them, so I can mix and match. I could get a black sweater and then a pink shirt or a green shirt. I'm just going to get all black. Well, I won't get all black, but I'm going to get a lot of the sweaters. I like that idea of the sweater. They weren't concerned about tattoos. 4 10-hour shifts. No, it's 8 to 6 Monday through Friday with an hour for lunch. Paid, I believe. Yeah, it's 45 hours a week. I think you get paid for lunch. Mm, 8 hours. Yeah. Yeah. But now I don't know that you're saying it. Now I don't know. It's 8 hours plus an hour. 9 hours? Wait. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 hours and an hour for lunch. So it's a 9 hour day. Right. 9 hours. You don't get paid for lunch. Yeah. See, I'm used to being a salaried employee. So, making like, I don't know, $35,000 a year flat. That was it. Whether you work from home that day. But in that respect, they get more out of you because you end up working overtime and you don't get paid for it. And everybody at this place gets paid hourly except for the manager. But everybody else, I don't know what all the titles are called. There's me, and which is an office administrator. Then there's the service people. Um, Hi, Julie. And I said to him, "Can I have coffee at the desk?" And he was like, "Yeah," because I've worked for or interviewed at places back in the day in Boston, corporate, that they wouldn't let you have coffee at your desk. Like, oh my God, I would die. And so this is like, I could probably eat like a little bit, like munchies at my desk if no one is around. No one's gonna look. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you have to get an hour for lunch here when you're working. Like, what's half an hour is not enough to do anything. You'd have to stay where you are, but an hour. So it's going to be a huge adjustment, just even waking up early. But then maybe I'll go to bed at a normal time. There's something to be said for like being on your own and being. That's so true, Sherry. Like, this came just in time, starts October 1st. Because I have been scrambling, right? Maybe tough at first. I will get adjusted. A weekly paycheck. And I'll feel like I have like a full life. Steady, then shift work. No, I'm not gonna sell. Like, I was like, oh, I could go get my nails done. No, because I want to wait until I actually start the job. I'm just, and it's hard because Burke. Yes, I'm gonna wear my wigs. Like, they won't. I know they won't care. Like, Burke was just such a downer, and I know. Thank you, Leanne. James was like, "Don't listen to your son." I don't listen to him. That's why I took the job. But yes, Rebecca. See, Rebecca. It's Monday through Friday. Um, I don't listen to him. That's why I took the job. But it's like, when I was deciding and when I got offered, and I do I did have a few reservations. Like, wow, it's a long day. I know he doesn't understand, right? It's a long day. I have to wear like a uniform, even though it's not like a uniform. He's 19 actually though, but yes, he doesn't know anything. Um, he doesn't even understand um that I don't even know if I could have paid the rent one more month, if I didn't get something. And frankly, I'm not in a position. Thanks, James. Um, I'm not in a position to say no to a job offer. I'm just not. It's not a, you guys know how long I've been looking. When I go through my sent emails, how many resumes I have sent out. Um, what a idiot. Like, of course you're gonna get blocked. So I'll still do videos. But I'm also helping people too. These people have been in accidents, collisions. It's not a repair shop. It's a collision. Like, it's not like a service. It's not you wouldn't go there for an oil change. It's not like that. And I know that he's thinking that way. I'm going to enjoy it because I'm going to make it enjoyable. I'm going to make that whole front office mine. I'm going to run that place, which is what they want. I am going to run that place and be like an integral cog in the system so that, people will know, oh, go see Lori. I went to such and such place to get my car when I got in an accident. Go see Lori. She's amazing. Good opportunity to meet new people. I like working in a mostly male environment. So like a salon or a spa. Like there was a spa down the road. Would I be happy being a receptionist full time at a spa? Stop licking. That only women came to. I don't think so. I mean, the hair salon, it's fun as a part-time job, like for 4 hours a night, checking in and out people, but for full-time, that's like, I don't know. Yes, Crafty Kitty. So that's a good thought, Sherry. Yeah, and it would be all women, and then like if I had gotten the job at the physical therapy office, it's like I'm right out in the open with everybody. There's no privacy at all with the physical therapy office. The way that this office is situated, I could, if there was some downtime and I wanted to check my email on my phone. The fact of the matter is, I'm not used to working hard anymore, hard in that way. Thank you, Miss Caddy. I will, Leanne. I work hard at Scentsy. I work hard making my jewelry. It's different, I worked hard when I sold real estate, but this is a different working hard. This is Rebecca, he's in college right now. He's college and he's at his job. He works now 1 day a week. I'm worried about, how I feel. I have Epstein-Barr, and so that's a chronic, it's not even I haven't had, knock wood, any fibro flares lately, but the Epstein-Barr, hi Leslie. Shh. Okay, quiet. But, hi Deb and I know, anyways, I know you. Did I used to call you poor Deb or something like, the hard work is going to have to be being up and working in the morning. Exactly, CJ. And then coming home at night and, come home, do laundry, clean the house, play with the animals. And, and Burke doesn't help with any of that. But maybe I could afford to have somebody come and clean the house every other week, like really clean it. Now I can afford to have that. And because I think, oh, when would I go for doctor's appointments? Like, Well, when does anybody go for it? Even if it was 9 to 5. So what? And then if the job, and then I'm like, oh my God, 8 o'clock so early. But what am I going to do? Oh, thank you, Deb. You bought one of those snake bracelets. What am I going to do before that? Sleep, you know? This is good to know, Kathy. I had to quit at some point working because my fibro and my Epstein-Barr was so bad. And that's the thing about Epstein-Barr. It's like having mono. I won't send my laundry out. I'll just do it more frequently so that it's not a big load. And Burke does do the laundry. I'm just thinking, it's just so different. Like, I won't be able to say, I don't feel like doing anything today. I feel like going to the mall at 1 o'clock. But I start October 1st, which is so perfect also. And I'll have purpose, and I'll be helping people. You know what a nightmare it is if when you get into an accident you have to schedule to have your car fixed and all that kind of stuff. No, Leslie, I'm not married. Yeah, I'm sure they'll let me leave, like if I had a doctor's appointment or a dentist appointment, because they all work the same hours. So what, or they work 7 to 5, and like James, 7 to 7. Yeah, Kathy. And the funny thing is, like, I think, when am I going to do this? This is exactly what I did with my friend Marjorie. She was like, well, I won't be able to do this and that. And you find time. You just find your life is busy. When you have nothing to do, you have no time to do things because every little thing seems overwhelming. I already know somebody that could clean my house if that's what I chose to do. Yeah, you prioritize and you just get things done. Whereas when you have so much time on your hands, every little thing seems like a big thing when it's not. Stop! So instead of going grocery shopping every day, which I do, I'll maybe just do it once a week, or I will do it after work. 15 minutes. Ah, that's funny. Leslie, that you clean. So, that's it. It's not a fortune. I will still do my Scentsy business. Leslie, you're new and you're asking questions that don't pertain to me. Have you ever thought of getting a hobby? No, I have no hobbies. Thank you, Sandra. I know you're new. There's no offense was taken. I think you guys will just get the same amount of videos, honestly, because I'll do them, like, maybe they'll be shorter. I'll do them on a ride to work. I'll do them at home at night. I have the weekends. And then maybe I'll do little snippets while I'm there. Thank you, Leanne, so much. But I'm not going to get my nails done because I kind of like them just like that. It's easier to type. It'll be easier for me to learn. I was thinking, so these are false lashes that I put on Thank you, Sherry. I'll be still be here, you know, that I put on before I went in. And I'm thinking, you know, once I get some more money, will you save? Okay, bye, Kathy. Thank you, Leslie. That's sweet. Maybe I'll do the eyelash thing so that, because that always makes you look put together. So maybe I'll get my eyelash extensions done once I start to make some money. And I just want to show you this. So I'm going to be doing another live video. I'll have plenty of time for you, CJ, don't worry. But I just want to show you, I'm going to be doing another live video talking more about this. So thank you, Ellie Mae. This is the Raquel Welsh Sheer Indulgence True Life Fiber. And this is called Flirt Alert. And it was sent to me by wigs.com. And when I do the actual video, and it won't be just a video just on the wig, I will have a code for you guys. So they gave me a 25% off code. This wig is freaking... Oh, yes, I will save the video. Yes. It's Flirt Alert. And, you know, I think, what's her name? Misha from Sugar Puff and Fluff also got this exact same wig in the same color. SS Biscuit, RL19, so shaded, sunshade biscuit, RL19/23SS. Oh my God, you guys, this is the cutest freaking wig, and it came with all this good stuff, like a wig stand, a little a net, you know, to wig hat. I don't even know what it's called. A brush, a nice brush, like not the loop, but this nice brush. And what else? And a little like makeup bag. Oh. Yeah, I'm old and in pain as well. So this has a, it's a lace front with a mono left part. Okay, I'll try it on now, but this isn't the real video. So because I haven't even really brushed this or parted it the right way. But it is so cute. I can't even tell you. The color. Okay. Thank you. Okay, look at these colors in it. So natural. Like it really, I mean, my hair is a little bit yellower. Well, this is fake. But the colors are just like, there's this, like this beautiful platinum right there, but then this butterscotch, and then the root is, you know, a fairly dark brown, but there are some red, or not red, but, you know, not black. It's not a 1B. It's a beautiful brown rooting. You can see right there. You can see my finger. The inside. The lace was already cut, and the inside is like that. So you have that much space to part it. Wish I had a comb with me. Let me just see. It's just too hot right now for me to wear wigs, but so I have this faux thing in my hair. Let me try it on even over that, just so that I can show you. Will it go over it? Not really. This bun is just too high. Look at, no, I have to take this off. Okay, so let's just take all this off. These are also, I purchased these. They're on the, so this is one, you know how I put one on and I bobby pin it in, and then I take this and I just go wing, and then just move it around. And then I put on the other one over that too. Wing. So, and then just smush it all around so that it blended with that color. But let's take all those off. Okay, let me take this out too because I don't really care. My hair was freshly washed, so I had to put in dry shampoo. Oh my God, the Aveda dry shampooer is the best ever. It adds so much volume to fine limp hair. Okay, so now everything's out. This is not the wig review, so but it was just sitting here, so this is why I'm putting it on now. Okay, and I'm using my computer, I'm looking in the actual, on the actual screen of the iPad to put this on. I'm lying in bed. Like, this is not a proper wig review. Oh God, this hairline is just freaking amazing. So this is if I had it like kind of in the middle. I'm just telling you, it just does not look like a wig. It's perfect length. Let's do the ear tabs like that. And it needs to settle a little. I would brush it all out and start again. Is there any permatease? It's like no permatease. Hi, Rachel. So, like, oh my God, like, look at that. Oh, I just want to show you. I would never wear it like this, but just look at that. Thank you, Darlene. Oh my God, like, this is how I wanted my hair when I was in high school. And this style is coming back. Look at that bounce. But, so I would brush it like that, and then use my fingers to kind of reposition it. And I have a ponytail right now, so it needs to settle, but so let's say you put some behind your ear, or you guys know I love to do, like, if I parted it on the side, I really need a comb so that I can get this part right, but you know how I love to do this kind of a thing. The hair fibers are so lovely. And I'm going to get in close so that you can see this lace front. Look, I mean, oh my God, it's so... Just want to play with it. It's so cute, right? I know that if I go out to my neighbor right now, she's going to be like, oh my God, that is so cute on you. The color and the lace front is amazing. Okay, anyways, like, can you see? I'm so bad at this right now. Like, that's it right there. See See, I'm not even accessing the whole mono, but you can see my finger right there. And this is the back. It's just adorable. Can't wait to wear it to work. To my new job. It was so funny. He took me around and he introduced me to all the repair guys. You know, the auto body guys. And they were like, I could tell they thought I was pretty. Hi, Nicola. They were like, wow, she's going to work here. She's so pretty. That's how I felt. I felt really pretty. I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty. I feel pretty and witty and wise. I have a friend who wants to put extensions in my hair. Look at that. Colleen, he doesn't have control over me, and he doesn't want me here. He's like, you're always here. He doesn't. He even said to me, actually, it would be really good for you to have a job where you leave so that I could miss you. But he wants to be proud, and he's picturing me standing behind a desk at the automotive repair shop. And, you know, and honestly, if that's the job that I could get, he has no idea that we could potentially, we're very close to not being able to pay my rent, you know. So, like if I'd gotten a job at Lowe's or Home Depot or Nordstrom, he wouldn't have been happy. Because he wants to be able to say, you know, my mother works in a big office building. She's a big wig or something. And I've been that. And big frigging deal. All those people that were big wigs, you know, above me, who eventually left and went on to have kids, what are they now? They're not working, you know. Head of HR was like, that looks like it's kind of cute. The head of HR at the time she was so important, and then left and had kids and never went back to work, and so she wasn't so, you know. I mean, part of it is it's not the best salary, you know, hourly that I've been offered, but there's no commute. So let's take that into consideration. Plus, it's an hour. That's true about men being easier to work with. It's an hour extra every day, but I get paid time and a half for that hour. So let's say I made, I don't know, let's do round figures. Just, this is not what I make or anything, but let's just say, for the sake of an argument, that the job that I wanted, that reception job that I wanted that was in Newport paid, let's say it paid $30 an hour, right? 30 times 40 hours a week is $1,200 a week. And then let's just do times 4, not the 4.3, just so we're doing apples to apples. Times 4 weeks, even though I know there's 4.3. It's $4,800 a month, right? Okay. So that was 40 hours times 30, $1,200. Remember that number. Now, let's say this job is paying 27. 27 times 40 is 1,080, but then time and a half for 1 hour, so that's 27 divided by 2 is 1,350 plus 27, which is 40, right? So 40 times 40, 25 times 5 is an extra 202 plus 27 times 40 plus 202. Okay, so that is 1282 instead of 1200. But I'm making $3 less, but that other job was, how far away was it? You know, take into consideration time, gas, all that. I just want to see how far it was. So basically what I'm trying to say is this job is $2.50 less per 40 per hour for 8 hours, but it's closer to home, and there's an hour mandatory overtime that I get time and a half for. So let's just see, Fashion Island. Fashion Island is 16 miles, and it's a 35-minute drive. 35 minutes is a long time when you want to get home, and that's not just straight highway, that's stop and go, because it's, if I took the highway, I'd have to pay. That's $6, $7 each way. Oh, actually, you know what? The highway, the toll road here is more money in the morning than it is in the afternoon coming home. Can you believe that? I have a hair, of course. So basically, because of the number of hours that I'm working, I'm making more than I would have at that job that I really thought I wanted. Just because of all the bells and whistles. It was like a beautiful office that overlooked Newport, the ocean, and a white, beautiful, sparkling white tile floor. Sandra, I start October 1st. Wow, Rachel, you're talking about 73. And right, since an hour a day driving. And it was in an office park, so there was like nothing around that office park. By the time I were to get in my car, which would have been in the parking structure across the street, get out, go to Fashion Island or Whole Foods, whatever, to get something, I would have to be back at work. I know, the time and a half, and so either way, I'd be home by 6:30, let's just say. Do you know what I mean? It's either working until 6:30 or commuting until 6. I don't even mean 6:30. Let's say I leave at 6. I'll be home in 11 minutes. Let me just see how far it is from here. It is 6.1 miles. Right now, a 12-minute drive. Very different than a 35-minute drive. Hi, Lou. So the more I'm talking and thinking about it, I think so too, Leach. Not like someone I know, she lives here and she works in Huntington Beach, and she gets home at 6:30. She leaves her house at 7 in the morning to get to work at 8, and then doesn't get home. I think she leaves at 5 and then doesn't get home till 6:30. Yes, Claire. So a lot of it is just the unknown. It's just I haven't worked at a full-time job in so long, a full-time regular job in so long. Jill, it's it's a collision center, so body work. but it's not a, what am I trying to, like, it's not like Mako. It's not like an auto, it's for collisions, obviously. I'll probably get up at 6:15, 6:30, and 15 minutes I'll be at work by 8, so like 7:45. It's not a repair shop like Burke is thinking it's a repair shop, but it's not a consulting firm. It's not an office atmosphere like that. It's customer service. Hi, Janine. It's customer service. It's running the front office. It's a big, nice chair. It's a beautiful desk, but it's, like a waiting room. It's a waiting room. But I was even looking at like working at a car dealership, like being the receptionist at a car dealership. Like I like that kind of an atmosphere. I don't, it's like you know it when you walk in. And I could never work at a repair shop like what's the difference between, like, nobody would bring their car in for an oil change. It's not I think it's fun too, Becca, interacting with different people, and but it's not an auto body repair shop. I mean, it is an auto body, but it's not like you hear. It's not a garage, right? It's not a garage. It's not a garage at all. You don't see a garage. You don't hear garage noises. Nothing. You don't see garage people. I mean, I would go back there and see them, but they're not working right off to the side. It's very, like, and they don't even, yeah, no maintenance. And they don't use they have their own bathroom. We have nice bathrooms and a back office, and, they're back there spray painting. Like, I had to wear goggles when I went back there. I wonder if I still have them. Every time I go back, safety goggles, just clear glasses. So no workers' comps type stuff. Hi, Kay. Ooh. And I'll bring my lunch, which is what I want to do anyways. And then as I was leaving, one of the guys was, I guess, he was transferring to a different place within the company. And so they had a cake that they were going to have for him. I would not want to work for a repair shop. Oh, Anon, didn't you text me about Scentsy? And I did get back to you, but you never wrote me back. Let me just see. You wanted to buy something for your girlfriend. Collision repair. I got to get that straight if I'm going to, yes. It's collision repair. So, like, I remember in Boston when I got rear-ended, I brought it to Travelers. They have their own collision repair, and I was like, ooh, I would love to work here. I wrote you back. I said, hi, it's Lori from Scentsy. Did you want to discuss the surprise gift for your girlfriend? Did you get that text, Anon? I mean, this isn't like plush offices. It's tile floor, but it's a nice desk, and it's very clean, and they have a Keurig with coffee, and then Oh, I answered your. That's so weird. Will you email me at ll42863 at yahoo.com? Um, and then they have like the old fashioned popcorn machine, and so you make it, and then they have different flavored things that you can put in it, and they have a TV on. That was nice. Thank you, Anon. It's hard to say that word. I don't know why. And I said to him, "So you don't have so you have a TV, but no music playing?" And he said, "Well, if you wanted to listen to music, like if it was quiet, you could listen to music." So I could probably put a radio next to my desk and two computer screens so that I can have two things, and the phone, and then one file drawer, like not massive amounts of files. Yes, I think so, Lychee Nut. I think he is very excited to have me. Thank you, Janine. I know, Flo, it was like really taking the life out of me. Let me just read you the offer letter here. Because they had, yeah, I'm going to make my desk really cute. I had written a thank you letter. Yes, I'm still doing Scentsy. Good morning, Lori. I too enjoyed meeting with you yesterday. I agree that your skills and interests align well with our company and our open position here. You would be a great addition to our already great team here. I'm pleased to offer you the position and join our team. Please call when you can so we can discuss further details. I hope to hear from you very soon. So it's really funny because I called hours later because I was sleeping. And I said, can I speak with John? And they were like, John da 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 or John da da. So I said, John da da. And I was on hold, on hold, on hold, on hold, on hold, on hold, on hold. Still on hold. Hi, this is John. I said, hi, John, it's Lori Langer. Dead sounds. I knew it was the different John. So I said, is this John da da da? And he's like, no. Please hold 1 second. I was on hold, on hold, on hold, on hold, on hold, on hold, to the point that I hung up. And I emailed him and said, I think you guys are really busy over there, and I didn't want to, stress anybody out because the phone, my interview was yesterday. And so he is now like, that doesn't make me feel good that you were on hold that long, no matter who you were. So I said, yeah, because you need me. You need me there. So I want to go tell my neighbor that I got the job. It's just a bummer. Burke's not going to be happy. He's going to just be just so negative about it. And he's the only one besides you guys that I'm telling. So he's going to be like, no, you're going to hate it. That's what he was like. I said, I'm being offered a job. But I didn't present it to him. Flo, and that's the other thing. Like, okay, there was no huge rigmarole. Like, okay, we'll get back to you. We're interviewing some more people. They did interview. My interview was yesterday at 3. I sent the thank you letter when I got home at like 5. And he wrote me at 8 this morning offering me the job. I called him back. He told me the pay, and I said, I wanted to think about it and I had a few more questions. Could I come in and take a look around? And he's like, sure. So I went in and I told him beforehand, I said, I'm not going to be dressed in my interview. And he's like, no, that's fine. You wear sweatpants, whatever you want. I'm not going to renege the offer because you're wearing sweatpants. I went in looking like this, and he took me around, and then I had my little book that I had figured out all my, how much, if this is what they pay me, if that's what they, and then I told him what I really wanted, and he's like, I'll go back and he had to get that approved, and then he called me. I was in the supermarket, and we met in the middle. So he had this salary, I had this, and then Thank you, Scottish, Sharon. But the way I presented it to Burke this morning, oh, he's home. Ugh. October 1st. Burke is going to just be like, so, you're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate it. He's so negative, like about everything. It's really hard to live with somebody that's so negative all the time. Like he wants me to watch, he watches war movies all the time. Thank you. I know, Burke busting my bubble. I know. But what I know it's his age. I know all these things. Really, James, I can't picture that at all. I am very happy. You'll have to watch the beginning of the video. I'm nervous. I'm nervous because I haven't it's long hours. It's new work. I have to wake up early. I'm not used to that. So but I'm psyching myself up for it. I'm gonna be very, very happy. I am very happy. I'm very grateful. I'm a beggar, not a chooser. It's not that kind of a market. Um, it's just not that kind of a market right now that I could be really picky. I mean, I've had times when two jobs were offered to me and each one kept going higher and higher and higher and higher. And no, I'm not nervous about the people and not being able to do the job. I'm nervous about waking up early. Yes, Lychee Nut. Yes, Sherry Tompkins. Yes, yes, yes. I am unsettled about it. I'm not, I am. It's like jumping into the unknown. Being gone Monday through, but like, okay, so what would my ideal job be? Monday through Thursday, 9 to 4, with an hour for lunch, making $30 an hour and having full benefits paid for 100%, no taxes taken out, all cute guys in the office. Like, oh, and being able to wear my own clothes. No, don't call me, wake me up. I am excited. I am. I I'm not like I would have been screaming my head off if I had gotten the reception job in Newport. But there was something that bothered me about that too. They weren't like the office manager never ever smiled. Thank you, Tracy. Yes, but they're all cute guys, but one of them that's really cute is young. But the customers, there'll be customers coming in. And that particular area is, a nice, it's not like Leslie 1346. No, it's a office administrator, but you'll have to go back and look. Not, it is, part of it is reception, but it's not a receptionist. But it is working at the front desk. No, can't work there part-time. I want full-time. Yes, Flo, right. I think so too, Lou. That's how I really feel. Like, oh, Burke just left. What a jerk. That's such a jerk. Now he's going to get it from me. Thank you, Turtle. Thank you, Megan. I'm still talking to the guy at the grocery store. Anon. The weight is lifting slowly off my shoulders. Like it's taking a while to sink in. That's the thing. And now he's not answering his phone. He'll call me back. That's the other thing that I'm not like, oh my God, I'm so excited, because it does, I'm afraid until I start working, I don't have an offer letter. I'm in shock, yes, because it all happened very quickly. I'm in shock. Because I'm so used to not hearing. I'm so used to hearing no, or we'll get back to you. And them acting like, yeah, you have the qualifications, and then no. Thank you, Joe. He's so mean. He's so mean. He was at work. He knows I was... Why didn't you come in the house to say hello and talk to me? I was, yeah. Mm-hmm. I knew you guys would be really happy. That's why I came on here. Mm-hmm. Yes, Flo, it was like a little too easy. That's the thing. Like, I left that other receptionist job, and also other ones, and left, and then waited and waited and waited, and that in itself it mind fucks you, so that you think, oh my God, like, it makes you think, like, bow down and be so grateful, like it was something really, really, really special. And when in fact it's like, they should know. Mm-hmm. That's so true. Like, it was really hard to stay positive. And no, he's married, but he's so nice. I would never date anyone at work, first of all. Never. Not really. I think some of his friends watch my videos. I don't say anything on my videos. I think so too, Helen. Your name is Helen, right? Like, I'm not just calling you Helen. Pom Pom. Pom Pom. Hi, baby Goo. What are you doing? You gonna get a toy? What toy? What toy are you going to get? Oh, she's gonna choose a toy. Somebody needs attention. What toy? That's that one you haven't played with in a long time. That's your green alligator. That's your green alligator. Let me see it. Give it to Mommy. She walks away. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure that, like, I'm not calling you Helen. Okay. Now he's writing me back. I want it. Give it to Mommy. He said, I realized that I was hungry, so I went to Ocean Ranch. You happy? They won't be happy for long. But, thank you, Kay. Thank you, Simply Bonnie. You'll have to watch back and see the whole video and skip through and yeah, no. I mean, I just like I would never date anybody that lived in my apartment complex. I back in the day when I was younger, I wanted to date people that I worked with, but now I never would. I start October 1st. Some places don't allow it if it's your boss, because then that's like, but who knows who I'll meet. Maybe I'll meet a woman who came in to get her car fixed, who has a brother that is divorced, no kids, who's looking, like, or maybe I'll meet a guy who came in to have his car fixed, his Maserati, because someone rear-ended him, and he'll ask me out. Maybe the person that delivers the popcorn or the coffee, or maybe one of the repair guys, his brother is single. No, I'm not really online dating. It was an app on my phone, and I just can't. I was too, like, I feel like now I can say, when someone says, what do you do for work? I have like a real job. Not that Scentsy isn't a real, yeah, they're always cute. Not that I could do the bend and snap. Not that working for Scentsy isn't a real job. It is. It's a real job. Thank you, the Megan Experience. But I don't like being, I think that if you have another income, like if you're married or something, and you have another income and you want to do Scentsy, then you can afford to have good and bad months. But with no other, real steady income, stop. Why are you doing that? It's just going to make my Scentsy business that much better and funner. More fun. So expensive to live here. It's ridiculous. Fake yawn. I don't hear my neighbor out there anymore. I missed the opportunity and I'm hungry. So, yes, I want my Scentsy business to keep growing. I just can't. It's too stressful to rely on a job that is 100% commission, and I'm at a level that I have to depend on people on my team to make a certain amount so that I can make a certain amount, and I don't like that, depending on that. I accepted the offer. I start October 1st. I'm really excited. It's a good job. That's what I wrote to Burke. No, not a dentist's office. I couldn't get hired at a dental office to save my life. Right. No more stress. That was like killing me. I accepted the position. I start October 1st. I'm very happy. My hours are 8 to 6. It's 6.1 miles from my house. My voice thing is so bad. 8 to 6. I was always so jealous of people that, like, even when I worked at one of the salons, I was so jealous of people that lived nearby, and I was like schlepping. Why is this all wet? Oh, my coffee was on there. Oh my God, I'm like the pom pee on the bed. I was always jealous of people that lived close by, and then also in Boston, it was, you had to deal with like, oh, a big snowstorm, the place was going to close. Oh, the Macon experience. Yes, it's Monday through Friday. I know, it's a long work day. Oh, see, people are scaring me. But what else? I'm not doing anything else. I don't have kids. I don't have a husband. Burke would never, ever, ever think to do anything like that for me. I mean, he won't even use Scentsy. Thank you, Sandy Becker. Thank you. I'm on live right now. I know, but he's not. He's of that generation. That's true, Lisa Lorraine. He is of the generation. You hate Top Chat? What does that mean? He's of the generation that is very entitled. God, these lashes came out so great. Look at what a good job I did. Ow, ow, my neck. He's of the generation that is very, very entitled, and I hit like all of his friends. So, Turtle, don't you agree? Like, they just. Yeah, and he's like, no, don't take it. You're gonna want to kill yourself. Those are long hours. How much are you making? And I was like, I'm not telling you that. I don't want. I know, and I said I'm not really in a position to say no. I'm not. I wish I was. I wish I had my pick of whatever. But even then, like, this is a company that's been around a very long time. There's no job security. I was watching a little bit of a video. Trisha Paytas was saying, even like big top executives can lose their jobs with banks eating up each other and merges and stuff like that, and people lose their jobs. And yeah, extra coffee, and they have the Keurig right there. And it's busy. The girl who was in the position before. That's true, except I won't have. I feel like it's easier to, like, looking for a job is a full-time job, and obviously I think that they would know, and I don't want to. What is the perfect job for me? Who knows? Nobody knows. I don't even know what the perfect job. I just know right now I said, what is my priority? Money and close to home. And that extra hour would, what is the likelihood I would get a job that was so close to home? Not a lot. There's not a lot in this area. I'd have to drive. Thank you, Scottish Sharon. Thank you. That's my physical therapist, Michelle, who was the in-home physical therapist. She's single. She has a dog. She works about 60 hours a week. And a lot of her job is, manual labor, so to speak, that she has to, a lot of physically intensive for her by pushing someone's leg or massaging. Thank you, Marie, with an E. Not sitting, and she also has to wear like scrubs, dark blue scrubs. Can't just come in wearing, whatever she wants. Burke's very rebellious too. So like he got sent home from work because his pants were dirty on one side or something, and one of the waitresses said something, and so they were like, you have to go home and change your pants. And he's like, a stupid fucking, what is stupid fucking $11 an hour, $10 an hour, whatever job, he's all about like everybody. It's all, hi Jeannie. It's always someone else. This one's stupid, that one's stupid. Thanks, Bunny. Is that how it works? They can't take criticism? He doesn't even like being of his generation. He's like, you don't understand this generation. It's not like that. He doesn't like it. I'm not reading the side little conversations. I get butt hurt though. I'm sensitive. And I've never been opposed to working hard. Know-it-alls, yeah. And from what I told the regional manager said, it takes a good 6 months before you really, really, really understand the job. So they are prepared for me to learn. To get up to speed. Anyways, I'm gonna go. Bromega, do you have a YouTube channel? Mm-hmm. Anon, you're right. You would make so many friends if you had a YouTube channel, and then you have all these people to talk to. It really is. YouTube has the people that I've met here. You can see all the people that know me. I start October 1st, Nana. So supportive. They've gotten me through the hardest of times. Um, really wishing the best for me. You know, you guys are the people. So you don't. I think you're new, but you guys, the people on here, most of them are the people are the ones that I wanted to come and tell that I got the job. And everyone's like, I can't keep up with everything. Everyone's, 188 views on my video. Congrats, sounds like a good fit, close to home, meeting new people. Hope the dress code is casual, which it is. Yes, Flo, I'm going to do that. Right, major life change. Yeah. Yes, Rachel. Flo, you're so right. That's why I have to keep saying, that's why I'm like stunned. I keep saying, oh my God, I don't have to look like I'm not going to go on Craigslist. I'm not going to look. But on the same token, I'm like, until I actually start and get a letter in hand and sign it and the paperwork and I go in, I'm not going to breathe a total sigh of relief. So I'm sort of in shock, and I have to say, I got a job. I did. Like the very last week of September. And so like what was scary was like 8. Well, see, when they first told me the hours, 7 to 5, that's 7 o'clock. I was like, oh. And they like, would 8 to 6 work better? I'm like, yes. I mean, I guess I wish it was 8 to 5, but he even said if I said I want to work 8 to 5 with no lunch, I could do that, but I'm not going to do that. And what do you do from 5 o'clock to 6? Like, I don't have a husband to come home to. Not that that wouldn't change. And I don't have kids to come home to. There's still plenty of time for me to do whatever. Like, I'll look forward. Like, my time will be valuable. Right now, it's so not valuable. It's just breathing and waiting for nothing. And I like the fact, like, there was another job I went on for the plastic surgeon's office that I've already interviewed, and they had it come up again. This time I got the rejection that, my resume's been passed over. What was I starting to say? Oh, the hours there were Tuesday through Saturday. And somehow I'd rather have Saturday and Sunday off than Sunday and Monday. Because somehow going in on the weekend on a Saturday feels different. I'm used to the Monday through Friday mindset. Yeah, weekends will be fun. It'll be like I'll work really hard, but I'm not, it's not slave labor. I'm not standing hours working, I'm working. Yeah, and then I'll come home and I'll have a cocktail with my next door neighbor, and I'll go to bed by 10, and I'll wake up at 6:30 and put on my makeup and do my hair and put on my no-brainer shirt, whatever, drive 6 miles down the road, no biggie. I don't know what that means. Breathing is the best job. I think that's very intellectual. And I'll be around people. Like, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's not standing on my feet. Like, I could have gotten a full-time job working at Nordstrom in the clothing department. You know what that's like when you get shipping of clothing in, and then you have to steam things and hang them on hangers, and then at the end of the night straighten everything and have the sizes go from small to large, and you're standing on your feet waiting for a sale. Yes, Marie with an E. 6 miles away, 6.1. I agree with everything, and I'll still be able to be online. Like, I'll bring my camera and I'll do videos during my lunch. I don't like to make generalizations like that, but I'm just giving an example. Like, there are people that work at Macy's full time. There are people that work, like, I have friends that work, oh, Burke's home again. Jesus Christ. He drives and then swings into the space. Let's see what he says. I don't want to be with him. He'll make me pay. We are best right now not doing anything together. Pom Pom is under the bed barking. I think I'm going to go tell my neighbor. Thank you, Kay, slot lover. I will be back maybe in another live after I have processed this and it has settled in. Scottish, that means that you feel like you're out of control. Teeth. Everyone knows that. That's a dream. I have to go to the bathroom so bad. I have to pee. I know, Bellamia. He has no idea what would have been in store for him. He just has no idea that what could have been. Okay, I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna leave this up, and I'm gonna thank you so much, Flo. And I might come back when I'm settled in my head. But thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.